to our July 3rd pre-commission meeting. Director Wong.
Okay, thank you, Commissioners. Happy early 4th of July. The decorations out front are Stacy putting things together for us.
Beautiful.
They are. Okay, let's go through the consent agenda and talk about it. Commissioners, do you have any questions or additional information requests on the consent agenda?
Didn't we approve the minutes of the June 12th meeting last week?
Or typo.
Shouldn't we be approving the June 19th meeting minutes?
We should, but we're not gonna do it because it's the 4th of July.
All right.
Okay, so,
Because I think we've already approved these minutes last week, unless they were changed.
They're supposed to be June 19th, so if you could in your motion, make sure that they're the June 19th. What's attached is June 19th, or is it June 12th on there?
It was attached as June 12th.
yeah.
Oh, okay, then eliminate that.
We'll
and
just,
make it next
we'll
week.
just approve them.
You're gonna approve them, you
Extra-
already approved them last week.
Extra
tonight.
approval, we'll just do two next week.
Any questions at all on the consent agenda items? Okay, on the regular agenda items, Commissioners, I'd like to remind you that the drone ordinance is a supermajority. Votes, that means 4. If you have any questions on that, be more happy to answer that one now. On anything on number 1, concerns, questions at all? Okay. Number 2 follows number 1. So if and when you pass number 1, then we have our drone operations manual. I think as you reviewed the staff summary sheet, it's quite specific and covers all operations of drone. Well, you'll be given a briefing on both of those. As a matter of fact, there'll be one briefing by Gary, but 2 motions. The third, any questions on the, as you know, condemnation right of way? This is not a friendly condemnation at this point. I'd like to remind the commission, though, that if you approve the condemnation as the staff has suggested, that does not end negotiations. It's just a tool to continue moving forward. We are, as I believe you'll be told, way far apart on what fair market value is and what the property owner thinks is fair market value. So.
Do you think the property owner will be here?
No. This is Dennis Dillon. So I don't think. Sorry. And of course, the last one is the culmination of about a decade's worth of work the commission has gone through with BSU. We are at a great solution. You'll have the presentation. Christy will make the presentation to you and such, and we'll go from there. So do you have any questions right now on what's on the regular agenda?
So we pulled the other?
Yes, Commissioner Arnold requested it be pulled until she returns.
Oh, okay. And so BSU will be here to speak to this?
I'm not sure if they want or not. Yes, okay.
Good, okay.
They should be.
Question.
Would they be speaking on the agenda?
I don't think they're prepared to speak on the agenda.
They said they would be here if there's any
If that's
questions.
questions,
question.
yeah. Anything else, Commissioners? Okay, I have a couple things for you before we break. First off, as you know, we've been we work very hard when it comes to construction, supporting all the businesses. We've undertaken a new initiative, and we are building or partnering with certain groups to help them promote their businesses. The first one is with the thrift store and the Chef's Hut on Cole and Franklin. There's some cards for you. If you'll look at the cards, and we're producing them for the businesses. What they have done is that well, that's if you purchase $20 at the thrift store, the fine print, and then you get you can go to the thrift store if you buy $20 worth of Chef's Hut stuff. They'll give you $5 toward a $20 purchase above. So again, we are supporting the different businesses by doing this.
Oh, okay, this is over on Cole and Franklin.
Cole and Franklin, okay? All right. Let's see, where am I? Okay. As promised, we have a draft copy for each of you. on the accessibility coordinator position. We have, this is a compilation of our team's thoughts. The expert from Minneapolis who runs the DOT operation there, the inputs from Colorado, and as important, inputs from our consultant MIG and such. Legal has gone through this top to bottom. I would ask that you take a look at this, and if you have comments, if you do get those back to me, because my intention is on next Tuesday's ADA Advisory Committee, I'm going to give them copies of the draft and ask for their inputs as we move forward, to have this back to you the following Wednesday, because we're going out nationally in advertising for this.
So you're requiring an engineer. Yeah, I don't know if we need an engineer.
Again, Commissioner, that's over to you, but I would strongly urge you to look at that based on all of the different criteria from ACHD, engineering methodologies that are mandatory from the feds that we are compliant with. Having a non-engineer in there would probably not be a good idea.
But we do have the or.
Yes,
Yeah.
or a competent experience and such, yes.
Because of the timing for all of this, would it be possible just to scan this over electronically to our committee members so that they'll have a little more time than a day or two to?
You mean to the ADA community?
Yeah.
Let me check, is a draft?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, it's a draft is a draft is a draft, I mean.
It's just, again, this is for the ADA Advisory Committee.
Yeah.
It's not for a whole bunch of other people.
Sure.
And my concern would be that if we put it out electronically, that then it goes to other folks that may not have any interest in these sort of things. But I'll check with legal and let you know.
Okay.
Yeah. So anyway, Commissioners, if you would take a look at that, we greatly appreciate your inputs on this going forward, and I will be sharing with our ADA Advisory Committee. And as you do know, I think I briefed you last time, we are asking the ADA president to sit in on the selection board with this as we go forward. Couple things. This is your impact fee report. And then, as we know, tomorrow we're celebrating Independence Day. So, can anybody tell me what big birthday it is today here? Anybody? Go ahead.
Idaho.
Idaho's birthday. Can anybody tell me how old Idaho is?
Come on.
Well,
129.
Perfect. There you go. All right. You get an extra cookie. And such. I do also want to let you know that we will, I'll be getting our final presentation from consultants on the ransomware issue next week. I'll be prepared to talk to you about that on Wednesday when it's all said and done. And then finally, I want to let you know that we've got the FY19 Federal Aid Capital Maintenance Phase 1 project that's coming in. As you know, this is a federal project. It is therefore controlled and bid out by ITD and such. They did their bidding. It came in 14% above what their costs were, which means it's a $4+ million project, very important. So the additional cost, or our cost is now going to be $697,000, which would be going for a second budget adjustment. However, the good news is it is refundable as we ask for reimbursement from the feds as a federal project. So I just want to let you know that I am going forward with that, and it's just one of these things when we have IDD work projects and they have to. So we'll keep you posted on this and all projects going forward. In front of you have your budget books. Again, next Wednesday, starting at 8:30, We have a 4-hour block where the team is going to be prepared to walk you line by line through each of process. We'll be prepared to answer any questions at all. As a reminder, this is not your formal approval of the budget. This is your opportunity to engage what we have recommended and then give us guidance one way or the other and such, which leads into your August formal adoption, followed by the integrated 5-year work plan adoption. So if you have any questions at all prior to the next Wednesday's meeting, please let us know. We'll have all the answers ready for you. I would ask, so that if you're going to ask, if you have a question that you believe the other commissioners might be interested in, if you could hold that, or I will answer it back to you as an all call. This was asked, therefore, this is the answer that we have at this point. So you all are starting off on the same platform. Yes, sir.
That's what I was doing in Ryan's office when you saw me this morning.
Yeah.
So it'll be one of those.
Okay. So anyway, there's a lot of information there. I will want to say that the staff has diligently given you a balanced budget based on your criteria, and there are 2 signature pieces in this proposed legislation you're going to sign. One is, I think, the staff's biggest ever signature legislation toward pedestrian safety, and the other one is ACHD's signature biggest investment on ADA.
So legislation.
Funding.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The pedestrian signal integration, and so that you all know, we were able to we crafted a couple dollars to do the test one at Adams and VMP. We have planned to do 2 or 3 more in Warm Springs, but after those, there is no money at all, and unless, so if you approve them, the million that we're asking for, then we'll be able to do the other ones. We think we're close on working with the vendor and working that bug out that I alerted you on. That's how that'll be solved, but I'm not gonna move forward on Warm Springs until the one at Adams and VMP. The vendors agree, we agree that it works the way it's supposed to be advertised and stuff. So anyway, so those will be 2 signature pieces in the budget that you're looking for. It's a pretty big deal when it comes down to pedestrian safety and ADA. Almost $2 million.
Who's the vendor?
I don't remember. I have no idea. It's not Rhythm.
Right.
So commissioners, any questions on the budget process? Any questions on the budget book? And Commissioner Goldthorpe, thinking about that, I'll have that electronically out shortly to all of the members. I was thinking about that. That's not an issue. That was something.
Yeah.
It's not an executive thing at all. Have it.
I think we worry too much what the rest of the world thinks about things, because it never matters till hearing anyway.
Right. What we don't want to do is get ahead of you, the
Yeah,
commission.
well, that's the
Sometimes. Yeah. So anyway, commissioners, do you have any questions at all for us or the staff this week? Commissioner May, anything at all? Commissioner Baker?
No.
You good? Commissioner, no. Hanson, no, you're all good? Okay.
We're good to go?
All right. Well, you have about 15 minutes.
Okay.
Secret stuff.
Really not.
No smiling is allowed in here. I'm sorry.